Good morning, Mr. Chimayo.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Charged with driving while intoxicated, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 27 days in jail with credit for the 9 days that you have done. You need to understand that this charge from now on will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum.
Right here, the judge is giving one of the most serious warnings you'll ever hear in a DWI case. This isn't just a lecture. This is a legal line in the sand. The moment he says minimum of 90 days, that's a lifetime consequence. Viewers, quick question. Do you think most drivers even realize how fast a DWI escalates?
Of 90 days for any new cases, at least with DWIs that you pick up. You ever get pulled over again, officers will see this DWI and they roll up to your window and they smell alcohol, or if they smell dope, it's probably not going to go well for you. So I would never get into a car and drive if you've even had a sip of alcohol. Do you understand?
Sí.
Yes.
You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal, meaning once you plead guilty, this goes on your record and it will be there for the rest of your life. Is this what you want to do?
Sí.
Yes.
Is it true or untrue that you had a .15 or above breath test?
¿Verdad o no verdad?
Verdad.
True.
Find that it's true. I'm now going to sentence you to the 27 days, give you credit for the 9 days that you've done. I'm going to suspend your license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license, and good luck to you. Thanks.
Judge, I was appointed to this case about 8 days ago, Judge, and I don't believe his energy status has changed since then. Can we ask the court waive the DPS fee? Thank you, Judge.
Okay. To the clerk. Please. Mr. Mohammed,
How you doing, sir?
you're charged with failure to comply with basically FSGI, leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. On March 22nd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, the complaining witness went to the police station to make a report for someone that struck her vehicle and failed to stop and give information. On March 24th, 2025, the officer reviewed body-worn camera where the complaining witness stated that while she was at a soccer game, someone struck her parked vehicle. The complaining witness stated that another witness left a note, and that witness observed the defendant strike the complaining witness's vehicle and leave without stopping and giving information. The witness stated the defendant was the coach of the opposing soccer team. The complaining witness stated that they talked to the defendant, but the defendant has failed to provide their insurance information. The officer met with the witness who viewed the accident and administered a photo array. The officer observed vehicle damage from the defendant and the complaining witness consistent with complaining witness and witnesses' accounts of events. The officer observed text of the complaining witness communicating with the defendant. In those texts, the officer observed the defendant state he is responsible for the crash and he has no problem paying for the expenses out of pocket. The complaining witness obtained a written estimate of cost of repair to her vehicle of $1,975.78.
Okay. Mr. Mohammed, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Does he have a license? You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name.
He does, Judge.
I'm also ordering you not to go back to the soccer field. Do you understand? If I find that you pick up a new case, if you go back, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more.
Judge, may I? Is there any way we just do no contact with this person? Because in this club soccer world, there's only like 2 to 3 fields that they play on. My daughter's played Albion and we have.
Notice what just happened. The judge is not only finding probable cause, he's stacking real-world restrictions instantly. No driving, no soccer field, no mistakes. This is where many defendants slip up without even realizing it. Audience, do you think these conditions are fair or overly strict? Comment below.
There's only like 3 parts that they play out. So can we just,
To happen again. And
I understand. Can we do a no contact so that he's not around that person because he's the head coach of the soccer team? And we're going to get this taken care of pretty quick. I think they agreed that if he pays restitution, they're fine with it.
how is it going to be possible if they're still playing soccer that it's going to?
I think he can avoid them. These parks are big. There's Dice, Zuby Park. Go ahead.
First of all, sir, I've never had contact with the woman who claimed these claims. That's one. Second of all, I never left the scene because I had to
I'm not going to argue with.
No, of course, I understand.
We're not arguing the case.
Sir, sorry, yes, I'm just trying to clarify that there's no contact between me and the, or whoever's making the complaint at this moment. I've never had contact with her in my life, so there's no reason for any non-contact going forward, as I said.
Before he's allowed to drive, I want proof that he's got liability insurance, and I don't want you to have contact with the complaining witness. If I find that you get into another accident, if you're a danger to my city, I'm gonna lock you up. Do you understand, Mr. Ram? Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, we need to put bond conditions. We need to show proof to pretrial that he's got insurance, and then we'll allow him to drive.
Thank you,
Yes,
Judge.
sir.
Good morning, Mr. Hissa. So you're charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On March 26, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was dispatched to a vehicle accident. The complaining witness stated he was driving when he noticed the defendant was tailgating him in his truck. The complaining witness stated he brake checked the truck. The complaining witness stated he attempted to change lanes to let the defendant through. The complaining witness stated the truck went around him, got on the median, and then collided with the complaining witness's vehicle on the side. The complaining witness stated the defendant pulled ahead of him and turned to leave the scene. The complaining witness stated he followed the defendant and got in front of his truck to prevent him from leaving. The complaining witness and the defendant exited their vehicles. The complaining witness stated the defendant came up to his face and was yelling that the defendant was trying to find a good place to stop. The complaining witness stated the defendant got in his motor vehicle and left without providing his driver's license or insurance. The complaining witness stated he did not want to press charges. The complaining witness estimated damages to be $500. An officer ran the plate provided by the complaining witness. There was a driver's license attached to the plate. The officers ran the attached driver's license and got a return photo, and the complaining witness ID'd the defendant by this driver's license photo that the officer showed him.
Mr. Hissa, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you mind running his license, please?
Yes, Your
The city has a valid license. You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. If I find that you drive without either, or if you pick up a new case, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll give you time. If you have any problems, just come back and talk, and then we can go further. If you need an appointed lawyer or anything, we can always have you fill out an application. So for now, I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We will then have you take a seat in the jury box while I get your bond conditions ready. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. All right? Please.
Judge, for what it's worth, my client, assuming the court's okay with it, would like to apply for an driver's license after this. And we'll be working on getting those documents together if the court's inclined.
I don't know about doing a time served. He just had one dismissed, and he's back now, right again with another DWI, and it's a point, and it's above a 15. I mean, really?
Sure.
We're still going to continue to do the same thing over and over and over? No, I know you're saying no, but here you are yet again. You had one dismissed, a year and a half ago. Now you're back on another one. It's above a 0.15.
If you got an occupation, the court could order some level of treatment, Judge.
He has to do treatment as part of it. So what we do is we'd have him T-RASed, But if I accept this, I'm sticking him with the fine. I'm not gonna let him go without the fine.
Would you impose a fine on the probation?
No,
Let me talk.
talk to him. It's 4,500 as well, too. No, I'm sorry, 6,000. You know, I need you to understand that in life, right? We're not going to continue to hope and pray that something bad doesn't happen. We sometimes have to take proactive measures to ensure. You just had one dismissed. You've now picked up another one. If I were to plead you to time served, another proverbial slap on the wrist, and now we're going to let you out there, go out there and hope that you don't kill someone or maim someone or you don't pick up another one, you know? No, that's like the definition of insanity, wishing that something, you know, over and over, just with a different result. No, this is proactive because here we can see what the issue is. You know, we don't want you to come back with another DWI or much more kill someone because, I mean, look at the news. Every day someone dies from a DWI, and it's just not fair when it's so freaking preventable by one.
This is the emotional heart of the hearing. The judge is done hoping things work out. He's laying out the hard truth. The system only steps in like this when the pattern repeats. And honestly, would a lighter sentence actually help or just set the stage for another disaster? This is one of those moments where accountability hits harder than the punishment.
One damn button on your phone. How much money have you spent on both DWIs so far where one button and a $40 fee would have gotten you from A to B? You know what I mean?
Sir.
That's now what we have to do to intervene in hopes that you learn from this so it doesn't happen again. So you've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 1 year in jail and this to be probated for 15 months. As part of this, you will do a repeat offender DWI education class, a victim impact panel, a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what are the conditions you may need, if you need other conditions. If they assess them, you must fulfill them. No drugs, no alcohol, no breath test refusal, meaning that if you're pulled over, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. Guardian interlock, 25 hours of community service, and a $100 one-time donation to Mothers Against Drug Driving. You have children.
No, but I have a 13-year-old brother that relies on me.
If he does a parenting class, then I'll consider the community service way.
Thank you, Judge.
The idea, all we want is that you learn so that you, in 20 years, this has made enough of an impact on you that you think twice. Oh man, shit, that was such a bad experience. I don't want to do that again. It's either jail or it's a crap load of fines and fees. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you ever have a problem while you're on this probation, all you have to do is come back, let us know. We can work through anything. There's nothing too big, nothing too small. But the worst possible thing you can do is drive without a license or insurance, start using, or pick up another DWI. So you understand?
Yes, sir.
The other thing that if you just take off, abscond, that's also an instantaneous warrant. If you violate this probation, that's what we do. We issue a warrant. We have a hearing to determine whether you violated it. If you do, you're looking at an entire year. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You give up the right, you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty to this offense, this is going on your record now. It'll be there for the rest of your life. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. You ever pick up another one. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to tell you now, you get pulled over, an officer, the first thing they do is they look at your record. They're going to see DWI, DWI. What do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to harass and harangue the hell out of you? Every time you get pulled over. And if they smell anything funky, it's probably not going to go well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above in this case?
It's true.
True to the enhancement. All right. How do you plead to the office? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow this agreement. I'm going to send you to it. I'm not going to suspend your license now, but I'm going to tell you, can you look up his license, please, to see if it's suspended?
Judge, I'm sorry, I missed his name.
Arredondo.
It is not eligible, Your Honor.
Okay, so you will be signing a non-driving affidavit. If you drove here today, you are not allowed to drive home. Your license is suspended as of this time. If we catch you driving without a license, I'm gonna lose it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do not drive. You are required to have a guardian interlock, and every officer, because we send notice to DPS, every officer in the state knows if they pull you over and you don't have an interlock, you're going to jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's for the traffic, right? That's why it's ineligible, right? So
I
traffic.
believe so. I took care of those yesterday. So.
Judge, I believe his license may be showing ineligible due to a traffic ticket. If we can get that sorted, can we come back and?
I'm okay with an occupational as long as he's in compliance, okay? The other thing is this, is he is now taking a subsequent DWI education class. DPS is probably going to suspend your license regardless because of a subsequent DWI education class, if you've already taken it. Did he do a diversion and it got dismissed? As part of the diversion, you have to do a DWI education class. Subsequent ones get your license suspended. So I would check with DPS first. Don't just start driving, when you take care of that ticket, because they're going to probably suspend your license again. And this time it may be like a 2-year suspension. I'm okay with an occupational as long as he's in compliance.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he has an interlock first. Okay. All right. So